My soul waits for you alone, just like the watch.
My name is John, and I would like to give my testimony about how I encountered the Lord's presence in the prayer room. I started specifically coming on February 7th in 2011. I came to the prayer room because my little brother said, John, you ought to come to check out this place called the prayer room because of a bad situation, a bad life that I was living, and I really needed help. And so I ended up going to a wrong place, wasn't open, but I ended up driving past the prayer room where I swerved in, and it ended up being an incident kind of thing. I walked in, saw people that I recognized, and it kind of startled me, and so I kind of hid to go into the prayer room, and in there I ended up walking into this song talking about loving the Lord our God with all my heart, mind, soul, and strength. And I just knew right there, I was like, oh man, I'm doing it. And I knew at that point in time in my whole life I had been dodging the Lord. I was supposed to die in 2003, so the Lord had been chasing me and I knew it. And at this point in time in 2011, I knew that right now I'm either giving it up either one way or the other. And I was like, Lord, okay. And I just started saying these things, I'm loving you with all my heart, mind, soul, and strength. I was like, I sell my soul to you today. I was saying these things. I started reading the Word, and instantly I couldn't get out of the Word. I fell in love. He started delivering me. It was like God's loving kindness was holding me. And it was amazing because I had been to anger rehabs. I had been in things in my whole life, doctors, rehab people. But it was amazing how the Lord just in His kindness came and swept me away and immediately just started ripping out all these old things that were in my life. I come to the prayer room and it is a place where you just sit in a room and immediately that you just stop everything and just like the word says, be still and know that I'm God. And I just let His peace that the world could never have given me and can't give me, no one can. And I just let that just sit on me as I just read His word, as I worship and I pray. There's many different ways, obviously, that we can feel the Lord. As one time, which is it was an interesting and a funny time, but I was sitting there and I was like, man, I'm feeling really tired today. So I lay down and I thought everything was all right. I thought someone put their hand on my belly and I was gonna get them, but it was an angelic encounter that I had in the prayer room where this angel put his hand on my belly and I couldn't get it off, and it was making me giggle and just filled me with joy. And his hand was stronger than me to push, and it was just an amazing thing, just to like, what in the world's going on in this, but I ended up just jumping up and I just was filled with this joy. I just took off running around the room just like, Lord, I love you, I love you. And so sometimes there's things that are similar to that where you just get hit with just an amount of joy that's unbelievable, and it's like there's an angel doing something to you, and He just like, the Lord wants to come rejuvenate us, strengthen us, show us that He loves us, and He does all these fun things to encounter us in major ways. And that's what His presence is for. It's for everyone. It's for anyone that wants to come and talk to Him. He says, come and drink deep, and it makes you hunger and thirst. And I think the best thing of being in the prayer room is the way that the Lord can create a hunger, that you can just sit there and for hours, 6, 7, 8 hours, 10, 12, 14 hours. And it sounds ridiculous because to tell someone to study for 14 hours, it sounds kind of like drudgery. But when you're knowing somebody and it's God, you can sit there that long and it's nothing, and it's day after day after day. As much time as you can take, you just listen to the Lord and be like Mary at His feet and just enjoy listening to what He has to say.
I finally found where I belong again. I finally found where I belong in Your presence.